We'll go Zach and then Mike.
I want to ask you about Coach Shanahan. He's been your position coach longer than, I guess, basically anybody else in that room. You know, you would have had those recruiting conversations with him at JMU even before here. Pat said one of the things that really stands out to him is that he leaves his ego at the door when he's working with players, when he's building a game plan, whatever. How would you describe the way he approaches both the position coach side of his job and the offensive coordinator side of his job? If you're talking to a recruit, if you're talking to your parents, if you're talking to somebody who just says, what's it like to work with him?
Yeah, it's great working with him. One of the biggest things I don't think people talk about enough with him is just the amount of work and time that he puts in. It amazes me just every single day the amount of time he puts in. There's days when I'm like, hey, coach, you might want to go home a little early tonight, man. Just kick your feet up. But nah, he's always putting in the work, and that's since I've known him. And he demands excellence out of me, out of everyone who's around him. This year, I feel like I've seen him take a step farther into like being the offense coordinator, but talking to other groups as much, like picking us up. Say we have practices going a little slow, and maybe saying O-line, come on, quarterbacks, come on, running backs, come on. So I feel like I've seen that more this year. And that just happens as he's still he's been an offensive coordinator for not too long, only a couple years now. So he's learning as we're learning. But the future's bright for Coach Shanny, and I love him. I love him more than like he's a coach. He's someone I can talk to about anything. He's someone I want to invite to maybe my wedding in years from now. So I appreciate Coach Shanny a lot, and just seeing him evolve every single day, it makes me want to continue to get better as well.
Mike and then Lou.
Yeah, what have you seen? We've kind of watched film of this Alabama secondary. Obviously, their pass defense is excellent numbers this season.
Yeah.
What do they do well, and what do you got to kind of be focused on here going into this?
Yeah, they're great defense totally. But they got some experienced guys back there. They like to play a lot of zone, but last week they mixed it up played a little bit more man against Oklahoma. So we'll see what they do against us. But it's an exciting challenge going against a group like that. I know they're great. I know they fly around. They run to the ball. The D lines are great. Linebackers are great. So it's going to be an exciting challenge for us. But we're ready.
Second row left to Lou, then Pete.
Some of the guys have answered this in general, but how do you bring what you think is the right mindset to a game of this magnitude? You know it's important, and you try to make it just like every other day anyway. I mean, what's the balance like?
Yeah, like you just said, yeah, just trying to keep things the same, trying to treat this game just like any other game. You don't want to get too overhyped for this game. You don't want to get too underhyped. So it's just about going in every single day, leading up to that game, doing what we've done for the whole year leading up to this, just stacking those days and being able to, once those bullets are flying, being able to execute, not turn the ball over, and just keeping things the same. We understand it's a big game, but it's just the next game for us.
Top row left to Pete, and then Andrew.
Elijah, you've seen man coverage before, and I suspect you'll see it in this game as well. How much do you look forward to that and embrace that kind of man-on-man challenge?
Yeah, as a receiver, you have to embrace that one-on-one challenge. You want to win that matchup every single time. That's what you pride yourself on. If you can't win those one-on-one matchups, then you're not going to be a very good receiver, you know. So if I get that one-on-one opportunity, I tell myself to go make that play every single time. It's something I pride myself on a lot.
Middle top to Andrew, and then Daniel.
Elijah, obviously this whole community is rallying behind you guys right now.
Yeah.
First off, have you seen those cardboard cutouts of Sig with the 13-0 outside that house on 45 yet?
Nah, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, it's cool. You should take a look. But just what has this meant to have the community support and just ever since really this Big Ten championship?
Man, it's been crazy. I tell a lot of people, just going back on last year before that season even started, I was on an Uber drive going to the airport one day, and the guy's he's talking to me the whole entire ride, just saying, man, we're so excited, but we don't know if you're going to be good or not. And I'm like, man, I hope we can make it up for you. But since then, it's been nothing but love and support from Hoosier Nation. I consider this a home for myself. I want to come back. I want to come back here years from now and talk to the people, give back to the people. So for them to be behind us and supporting us every single day, it's amazing, and I want to continue to go out there and win those games for Hoosier Nation.
Bottom right to Daniel, and then Jeff.
If you could just kind of reflect a little bit on the prep last year, how much did that experience help you guys now? And just if you can kind of look back just on where you guys were last year now, I mean, just what's maybe changed the most?
Yeah, just experience, just being through that fire, it helps you out a lot. some of the details that we have in place now, we may have not had in place last year. Because I mean, last year it was a first for everyone in this building, a first for everyone in this community, just being in those big games, being in those situations. So allowing us to go through that. Of course, it didn't end how we wanted to last year, but allowing us to go through that and experience the big games that we've been through this year on the road at Iowa, on the road at Oregon, Penn State, et cetera, it's built us for these moments coming up.
Stay in front with Bradley and then go to Jim.
Yeah, so on your leadership, Riley was telling the story like how like it comes out a lot of ways. Like even in the weight room, guys will be doing pull-ups, they'll be done. All of a sudden you go in there, do one more, and everybody's like, I got to do one more.
Yeah.
You add a little weight, everybody's like, all right, I got to add a little weight. Just was that like a conscious decision, or is that just little things that you think of in the spur of the moment? Kind of like, why did you do that, and how did it come up?
That's just something I just always try to do a little bit of extra. Like even on the field, I try to tell my guys, go catch your routes on air, go touch the end zone. It's just good omens. It's just gonna help you out. You practice those habits. It's doing that extra little bit that though maybe those guys aren't doing. It's gonna help us. So yeah, I'm in the weight room. I'm talking about. I always tell us do that one championship rep. Now all my receivers do it every single day. I don't even have to tell them now. So they be beside me. I do my one extra rep. They're doing it with me. Quarterbacks doing it with me. Running backs, O-line doing it with me. So it's great to see, and but I feel like they would do it anyways. It's just those little things that help you be ready for these moments, and ready for moments beyond.
Go to Jim, and then last one in the room is Zach.
Elijah, you've been here since the start of the Signetti era, and you came with him from JMU, obviously, but you have been a part of this evolution of Indiana football. Already right now, how much pride are you going to take with you when you leave here and being a part of that, knowing that you were here from the start? And it looks like this is probably going to continue, at least for a while.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a lot of pride in it. I haven't really sat back and just really reflected yet, but I'm sure once my time here is done, I'm gonna sit back and be like, man, we really made a change. And going off what you said, I 100% continue. I think it's going to continue while we're gone. Coach Sig, the whole coach staff, they do a great job of putting that work in, recruiting. You know, they do great in the transfer portal. They do great high school kids. So I expect nothing, no drop off next year and years to come from Indiana football.
We'll go on your left to Zach, and then we'll go to the Zoom and Mike.
Sorry, second question, but I'm working on a story about Omar, and obviously you two have kind of been running mates for the last couple of years, and I know we've asked you at different times about your perspective on how he's grown, how he's developed, but especially this season, the way you two have kind of just become, whether you think about it, talk about it this way, kind of a 1-2 punch in the receiver room. Yeah. How have you seen him embrace maybe the expectation that his coach puts on him, Coach Shanahan, Coach Signetti, that you'd be familiar with, of, you know, kind of the consistency of habits that wind up leading to the consistency of performance?
Yeah, he's done great with it. Last year, I remember they were always on him, just to continue to be the same player every single day, being ready to work every single day, and he embraced it 100%. He knew the role that he had to step into this year of being the guy, and he's exceeded it. But I tell people this all the time, I expect nothing else from Coop. Like, Coop he's my best friend, and the sky's the limit for Coop. So like, he's one of the best receivers, best football players on the scene. So for him to come into this year and do what he does, it's amazing to see. And I continue to expect Coop to be great for years from now, going to the NFL as well.
All right, we have time for two on the Zoom. We'll go Mike and then Sammy.
Yeah, Elijah, game winner against Iowa, game winner against Oregon, game winner against Ohio State. I'm curious, as this season has progressed, have you noticed in those moments like more of a calm come over you, or any differences in yourself as you kind of gain that confidence that you know you can do it in those moments?
Yeah, when those moments come, I always take a little time to myself on the bench, take a little deep breath, maybe say a little prayer to the man above, and then I'm ready to go. It's really, being in those moments, it's all about just trusting your training. I remember coaches have been preaching that to me for a while. Just trust your training and do what you do, and go out there, and it's no different. You still running the routes, you still blocking like it's the first, second quarter. It's just a little extra pressure on you. But I pride myself on making when the pressure comes, making those plays. I'll put a lot of hard work in behind the scenes that allow me to be ready for those moments. So my quarterback, my O-lineman, they're ready for those moments too, and they allow me to succeed as well.
All right, go ahead and wrap us up, Sammy.
Elijah, with Pat Coogan's experience playing in these major bowl games last year, and then as well as Riley playing against Alabama and Holden Stays playing against Alabama. How much do you go up and ask those guys what to expect, especially with Riley seeing this defense and having tangible evidence of what it looks like with the first person view?
Yeah, honestly, I don't go to them asking too much about them. You know, it's always a different. Every year it's a different team and stuff. But they've been good. It's good to have those type guys around because they just keep everybody else around them grounded. Like you're like he's played against them, so it's like all right, it's just a common presence around everybody on the team. So not that we're not calm or anything, but it's just like having guys who've been in those moments is always great for the team.
Thanks, Elijah.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all. Have a good one.